first, you guys, Bam Bam is back. Thankfully, Bam Bam, the service dog, Tia Ewing, Fox 32 colleague, has been working this story, I don't know, I almost want to say since day one, but maybe a couple of weeks into it when she first got word of this. Tia, this is fantastic news. What do we know so far?
What we know so far is that Bam Bam was brought into a Chicago police station by two people, a male and a female. We don't know if that means they had the dog this entire time. Don't know if that means they found the dog wandering the streets. What we know is that Bam Bam has been reunited with Angel, and Bam Bam is actually being checked out at an animal hospital right now to get a full assessment to make sure he's okay. He does have extremely long nails. I mean, extremely long, to the point where Angel described it being very difficult for him to walk, and also describing it as being very painful for him to walk. He also has a slight scarring to his face, some type of injury to his face as well. Not sure how he got that. But overall, I was literally just texting right now to get the latest on Bam Bam's condition, and this is exactly what I was told. So far, they're telling us that he's stable. So the veterinarian is saying that Bam Bam is stable and appears to be in overall good condition. So I think that's really what's important here, is that he was reunited. We're talking about 2 months, and I think I counted 14 days to the date in which Bam Bam was reunited with Angel Santiago. And oftentimes, we talk about like humans and being when a person goes missing, that you have 48 hours typically to like get to the bottom of what happened, 72 hours. And here it is, a dog that was out there 14 years old, possibly on his own, and we saw this as the outcome. I don't think anyone saw it happening this way, but I think we're all breathing a sigh of relief that it did happen this way. Angel Santiago, obviously blind. He has not been blind his entire life, but has been blind for the last 3 years. This was an emotional support dog for him, and this was a very emotional journey for him. He was walking sometimes 7 miles a day, yelling out Bam Bam's name. And at one point, you saw our news story where we saw Angel with the actual dog tags, the collar, his leash around his neck, hoping that maybe Bam Bam would hear that and he would, respond to it. But he was actively looking for his dog, being blind every single day. And so for it to end this way, a lot of people stepped up, a lot of people got word out, and a lot of volunteers really helped him scour communities to look for the dog. So I think we're all really happy that this is the ending, because we're so used to, unfortunately, seeing sad, tragic, horrible endings. And I think that's what really intrigued so many people across the country. They wanted to see a resolution for someone who really truly deserves a positive resolution. So I'm happy to report that Bam Bam has been found. And again, he's being checked out at the vet right now.
When you found this out last night, I believe, based on the emails coming in late at night, how'd you feel? How'd you find out? Who told you?
So it was interesting. I was actually cooking, and I was texting back and forth with Angel and one of the volunteers, and they were like, yeah, the dog was found like 2 hours ago. I think the dog was found at like 9:30. We were texting at maybe like 10:30 or 11:30. And so I was relieved. I mean, that's the best description, is to say relief. And really happy for Angel, because just a lot of the things that Angel told me that didn't make our news story about being disabled in this way, suddenly disabled. This wasn't something he wasn't born blind. And so to see how his life progressed, to go from being able to see, now you can't see, how people treat you when you have a disability, how people often mistreated him just in his everyday life. It's something you don't think about when you don't have a disability. It's something you don't think about when you walk out or you wake up in the morning and you can see that it's light outside, or you can wake up at night and see that it's dark. And it's something that I think we take for granted, being able to have all of our senses, all of our faculties, and not having a disability. But that was really the part of the story that, I mean, honestly touched me the most, is how so many people mistreated him. And then when we went out there and he was at the grocery store and he was just saying, hey, if you've seen my dog, and please take my phone number. And how many people walked by and just didn't even give him a second look, didn't even care. I think that's probably the part of the story that was the most heartbreaking, in addition to his dog being, out there. And so to have this reunion and like knowing all that he's gone through that didn't make our news story is what I think makes me the happiest about the story. The story was never about me. The story was always about Angel, and it is still all about Angel and Bam Bam. And, people have emailed us saying, well, I'm so happy for the job that you did. And I kind of feel like, well, we don't deserve, what credit do we deserve? We didn't get out there and literally look for the dog. We put the story out there constantly, which we did do that, but we weren't boots on the ground. We have no idea what it felt like to be Angel. And so, for some of that, I don't take credit for any of this at all. I take credit for
possibly the public.
But I do take credit for being able to.
Yeah.
What did you say? I'm sorry.
I said possibly the public, just watching your reports, and because we don't know where Bam Bam came from. So we don't know if it was someone, they go, I saw Tia's reports. That's Bam Bam.
Yeah, that's true. But I think it's really like, being able to give people a voice that oftentimes in our communities are left voiceless. Before we got the story, we were already, I think, almost two months in. So really, if anything that I take for is giving people that are oftentimes voiceless, the opportunity to talk. Fortunately, a lot of people that are disabled, disenfranchised, whatever the case may be, are left voiceless in our community. So I'm happy that we were able to give Angel a voice. And I hope the next person, maybe there's somebody out there watching right now, maybe it's not their dog missing, maybe their child is missing. They get the same voice and the same treatment that Angel does, because really that's what our community and people in our community deserve.
Right. Are we going to hear from Angel at 4, 5, and 9, Tia?
Yes.
Yay.
Yes, you're going to hear from Angel at 4, 5, and 9.
Okay, great.
He's going to talk about, those first moments of being reunited with Bam Bam, what their night was like. You're going to see video of, them going into the veterinarian hospital. I'm waiting. I keep looking down at my phone because I'm hoping that I get the new video of Bam Bam in the vet clinic right now. So you'll hear from him, and he even talks about that GoFundMe money that was raised, what the future plans are for some of that money. I think it was $19,000 raised from people across the country. And I literally, before I opened up this Zoom, I got an email from someone who was saying, I'm so happy this has a positive ending. There were people outside of the veterinarian hospital that did not want to go on camera, but saw our story. And they were like, are you here for Bam Bam? They had no idea. They saw us standing there interviewing Angel and was like, we followed the story. We're just so happy finally that something in the news has a positive ending. Yeah. And I think that's really what the draw was. For once, people are sick of all the bad news. They want to see a positive ending. And this is it. And we all get a positive ending.
And you said we're
like a movie.
We're hoping to get the reunion video. Is that what you said?
So we have the video of them reuniting. We have a little snippet of that at the police station. We're hoping to get video of them at the hospital.
Okay. Oh,
so we interviewed people outside the hospital. We want to get video of Bam Bam, being checked out by the doctor.
Okay. 4, 5, and 9, Tia Ewing. Bam Bam is back.
4, 5, and 9.
Thank goodness. Tia, thanks so much for keeping us updated. And thanks to your driver who's driving very safely. We appreciate it.
I know. He has a seatbelt on.
Good job, Todd.